Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
Welcome back to our channel. This is episode 215. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out for a few minutes. We really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, guys.
Today is Sunday. Mama Bear and I made it to church. Today's fast and testimony meeting. And we have a ward missionary meeting before sacrament meeting, so that's what we're heading in for. That's why it seems like nobody's here right now. We try to get here like a half an hour before everybody else does for that. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. We left from church and we made one stop over at Sally Beauty, and we are at Walmart. We have to go in for a couple of things. So we're going to see what it looks like. It's already
Frito chips and Hormel beans.
It's already a little bit trying to park, so I'm sure there are quite a bit of people in there. Yeah. We are heading back to the house. We're almost home.
Almost home. Remembering what we forgot.
She's remembering. I am trying not to open this chicken in the bag.
Oh no. Yeah, we got some rotisserie chickens from Walmart. They smell good.
They smell really good. This guy's getting a haircut, so we came over to our bro's spot. He's gonna hook it up. Mama's on babysitting duty. Who's this kid, man? You look like a YouTube star. Is this the Jaxon show?
It's the Jaxon show.
She was getting a little warm, so we're gonna give her some water. Yep, looks like he's ready for mid-school.
Perfect.
That's cool. That looks awesome, man. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Today's Monday, and we are heading into the school. Michael had a field day today, and Michael wasn't feeling it. He's done with his 8th grade stuff, so he decided to stay home. And Jaxon has a promotion today, so we're all going to be over there. Mama Bear, myself, and Grandma. And Draven, of course, Draven wants to go to school and see his bros. So we're heading in right now. We're going to drop these dudes off, and then we're going to make our way back to the elementary school. We're here for Jackson's promotion. They're going to start here in a bit. Yes. We just came in to find us.
9 o'clock, so they're going to start here.
Oh, Grandma's here.
Oh, Grandma made it.
Grandma looks nice today.
Made it.
Jaxon.
All right, Jaxon.
Assessment, Jaxon Yazzie. These are our most treasured resources right before us this morning. And we have to do what we can together to protect them, to ensure they're happy. This is our for one day. To our students here. Jaxon Yazzie.
Jaxon!
And that's a testament to the good teachers that we have here at Trinity. We have good families, we have good kids, we have good teachers.
Love you, son. He's promoted to mid-school now, you guys. Let's go find your mama. Well, guys, Jaxon was promoted to mid-school, and he's the last little dude here at Turpin. So after this year, we won't even be coming here, which kind of sucks because when we first started putting our kids into school, we had a few choices on where to put him. It was between Cheetah Elementary and here at Turpin, and now they're all heading to the mid-school. This was a really good school. This still is a really, really good school. The staff is amazing here. The administration staff is amazing. The custodial staff is amazing. So we went around and said our thank yous to everyone, and we're really happy that with everything that's been going on in our lives the past couple of years, that this was the safe place for them to be when they weren't at home with us. We trusted their care to Miss Mauer, Miss Thomas, and Rachel, and all of their teachers here, Miss Hosky, all the way back down through Miss Sampson and Miss Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely all the teachers that they've had here, Miss Ferris and Miss Scott, and all the staff. So we are very grateful for what they've accomplished here in the past, I don't know, 10 years.
Yes.
So we're on to just making one stop. Actually, no. We're going to be back to making 2 stops in the morning anyway. Michael will be moving to the high school, and Draven and Jaxon will be at the mid-school. Kind of sad. A little more than I thought, because as parents we connected a lot more with the staff than I ever did as a student at any of my elementary schools.
True.
This is kind of crazy. Definitely not what I thought it was going to feel like. Every time one of the boys was promoted from here, we were okay because we always had another one still here. Truck traffic through town again, you guys. Mama noticed before I did, so I think something might be up on the freeway again.
I think so.
There's a lot of RVs and trailers going out this way too.
Yeah.
There's a pilot problem, so I'm gonna take this off and then we're gonna remove the pilot piping and we're gonna check it out. And by we, I mean Mama's gonna help me. She's keeping an eye on Mackenzie, I guess. I see what's going on here. I gotta make some new lines for the pilots on that grill. So we bought some metal tubing for it, and when I went back to the grill in the taco trailer, I pulled the pilots, and it looks like originally they were threaded, but I don't think we're gonna get that out of there, and they're crimped in order to fit where the pilot holder was. So we're heading back to the house after a quick stop to get Mama something to eat, because I already had breakfast this morning. So we got her a quick little snack, and we're heading back to the house. I have a tap and die set at the house, as well as everything I need to flare out these lines and build a new plumbing system for the pilot lights. Then we're gonna head back into town and put it back in. Alright, we got back to the house, so I'm going to drill these pieces out and rethread that one and that one. I've got some new line right here, and I will reshape them and rebuild them. It's been a long while since I got this thing out. Looks like it's all still here. Mostly. Finally drilling this out just big enough so I can thread this out. I just need it big enough to thread it. And this is what size I'm going to use. So now I have to pull these little pieces off. If you look right here, here's the edge of it. Ah, that's hot. I'm going to pull this out. So we've got part 2 of one of them done. I finished up the pieces I was working on. We're heading back into Gale right now. I was going to get some video when I was done, but I had to go wash my hands and everything else. First, put all the tools away. So I'll show you guys when we get to where we're going, and we'll slap them on there. Check these out. Made it back to the spot. I made it back to the spot where I'm going to fix these lines, and we hear the ice cream truck.
Ice cream.
We were putting the lines back on the grill, and we noticed that one of these little fittings was cracked. So as I was trying to gently put it on, it cracked all the way through. it broke. So we checked Home Depot. Actually, we checked Gallup Lumber earlier, and then we checked Home Depot. We called to Gallup. We called to Four Corners Welding, and they don't have it either. So we went down to Gallup Propane, and the gentleman down there sold me the whole piece, a whole new pilot, and all the line and fittings that I need to put it back together. I have a feeling we're going to be doing like 6 of these pretty soon.
Yep.
As soon as he sees the new one, he's going to want them all new. The new pilot is good. We just tested him out. So this is done. All right, you guys, we are done. We're done with that. We're going to go down the street and get some tacos. Oh, yeah. Couple of bean tacos from Mama. Somebody took a bite of it. I think the boys will like these. So we ordered some for home.
Nope, that's my loot, that's my loot.
Good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday morning. We dropped our boys off at school. And it wasn't a bad morning, but nobody was having it. It was a quiet drive into town this morning.
Thought school was over.
Everybody was a little disappointed because they thought with promotions and all that going on, they thought school was over. But
You guys have snow days, you guys gotta make it.
we came out to my mom's and we have visitors. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Good.
It's nice to see you, man. You found a slingshot. My brother's family is here from Louisiana, so we are visiting. They're visiting my mom. They're on their way through to California, so we're gonna go and say what's up before I go to the shop today. We are taking off from my mom's house right now. It was quite a nice visit this morning. My brother's not here. He had to work, so he's still in Louisiana, but his wife and his kids are here. They're passing through on the way to California, and my brother called while we were sitting there, so it was nice to talk to him, even though it was for a little bit. We're heading back to Gallup right now. Nice. Getting stripped down pretty quick. I have made it into the shop. I've got a whole list of things I need to work on this week. So, I'm going to get started. First, I'm going to start with a little cleanup just so I am more efficient in doing what I'm doing because I will know where everything is. This is what I have to work on this week. So, on the gray Mustang, the one that's red and is going to be gray, I got to put the windshield in, the A-pillar pieces, all the trim inside on the dash that go around the windshield, and then I got to put the mirror on and the visors. And that green Ford pickup still has a parasitic draw on it, so I got to get the ohm-meter on it and see what is going on with that. The white Mustang, that one, all of this needs to happen to it. And this is going to be for the shop car for now. So that one will be the one that's running and we can use around here. This is the one I'm going to start on today. There's a red square body Chevy. All the parts are in. So I will be doing the ignition. I will be rebuilding the carb. I'm going to be redoing the whole fuel system. So that'll be fuel lines, fuel pump, everything. And I'm going to change all the gaskets that I can get to without tearing the engine down. So that'll be intake manifold, exhaust manifold, valve cover, and then the top stuff, thermostat, housing, and carburetor. And then I'm going to adjust the valves because there's some ticking going on. And then I'm going to check what's up with the transmission leak. It's probably just a pan gasket, and do the normal maintenance on it, plugs, wires, and all that other stuff. But right now, I'm going to start on the red Chevy. And when I get that one in here, I'm going to bring the other rides in. I'm not sure if it'll rain today, but the convertible is outside. The parts will be in for that one tomorrow. And the gray Mustang, or the red one that's going to be gray, is outside. And the windshield's not in that one. So I got to bring that one back in too. I didn't even see all this. So I was cleaning up. Looks like a bunch of new Mustang parts are here. These are for inside the door. This looks like the gasket for the rear end. Grill covers. A lot of stuff. Oh, nice. Seatbelts. Everything. New distributor. New thermostat housing. I think that's for this one right here. Parts for the truck. These are all parts for the truck. These are Mustang parts. More parts. What do we have here? Oh, these are the windshield wiper switches. Nice. 2 of those. Oh yeah, this is the gas pedal for this one. Alright, I got a little bit of a cleanup down, so now I am ready to tear apart this motor real quick and then start the process of putting it back together again. This is the one I'm going to start on right now. It's a Chevy V8. I was told it was a 350, but according to the VIN, this is a 305. I'm going to start with pulling the carb and pulling everything off the top end of it right now. I'm going to start by removing all these clips that hold these cables onto the linkage, and I'm also going to take the spring off. I have to unscrew this fuel line. There's a fuel filter right in there, and I also have to unscrew a vacuum line in the back, and then I'll take the carburetor off. I'm going to probably take the thermostat housing off right after that. So I'm going to remove this top hose, and then I will get to the distributor. So I will pull that, and then I'll go to the valve covers. So I've got the top end taken apart. Luckily for me, these marks are easier to read than the Mustangs. I've got the crank set at top dead center, and the black line is where number 1 spark plug is. So this distributor cap spins clockwise. It looks like it is firing a little late. We'll fix that before we give it back. I'm going to finish taking it apart. I put everything at top dead center so it's easier when I put it back together. Alright guys, Mama Bear's here to pick me up. I've got a lot of this truck taken apart, so I'm going to get back to it tomorrow. I was going to stick around later on this evening, but we're going out to my mom's house. My sister-in-law, my nieces, my nephew are visiting, so they want to see the boys. They were at school today. We're going to take them out there. I'm going to take off from the shop right now. So these dudes picked me up, and we're going to go head out to Rock Springs now.
It doesn't look like it's going to rain today.
You have an awesome day today, son.
Did it rain yesterday?
No, it rained.
Jackson's going on a field trip today. Oh. They're going to go to McGaffey. I think he's going to have a lot of fun. Have a good day today, bro.
Okay.
Love you, Jackie.
Love you.
When are we going to McGaffey?
I don't know. It's been coming up more and more.
It has been.
I think we just need to cruise out there.
We made it over here to the mid-school, and these dudes are hopping off right now. Draven is getting ready to get off right now. I'm at the shop for the day. Mama Bear's taking off right now. She's gonna go home and give Mackenzie a bath and clean up a bit, I guess. The boys are all at school, and I'm gonna be working on this red pickup and the convertible Mustang. I've got a few things to do to both of them, so I gotta get those done before the end of the day. And then I gotta go do some lettering stuff later on at the tattoo shop on 2nd Street. These are the parts that are gonna go into that red GMC. Plug wires, distributor cap, exhaust manifold gaskets, thermostat housing gasket, a new thermostat housing, fuel filter, intake manifold gaskets, and valve cover gaskets. We've got the rotor, the plugs, new water temp sensor, new thermostat. We have a new ignition cylinder going in there as well, and a rebuild kit for this. I got started on this yesterday. I got a couple more things to take off. The valve cover is going to come off, the intake's going to come off, and then I'm going to slide out the exhaust manifolds just to change out the gaskets. Then I'm going to clean this up and then start putting everything back together. And these are the parts for this one. There's a new carburetor and a power steering pump. I gotta put those in today too. I have removed the 4 screws on each valve cover, and now they're ready to come off. Don't look too bad. Could use a cleaning, but looks alright. This is the side that sounded like it needed some lashing. Some of these are pretty loose. Some of these are really loose. I will do valve adjustment as well before I put this back together. It's probably been a bit. Valve adjustments are one of those things that I don't think a whole lot of people do anymore, because there's no need for it. Valves don't need to be adjusted anymore unless you're driving one of these really old trucks or like an old muscle car. I've got the intake manifold bolts out. These are usually pretty heavy. You can see where the oil was leaking there, and for the most part that side was okay. This side, however, had water leaking right here, and it had oil leaking right here, and it had water leaking right here. This should clear up a lot of the blue smoke that's coming out the back. I'm gonna clean this up and put it back together. I was working on the red GMC pickup, but I was just informed as new parts were dropped off that a radiator had come in for the Focus 2 for one of the employees that work here, and he's going to be on call this weekend, so I want to get this radiator changed out for him before I leave today. This is the radiator for the Focus, so this is what I'm going to change out right now. It's under the core support. This is going to be fun. I'm going to start by removing the grille, the headlights, and the core support. This blue piece right here. That should give me access to the radiator and the fans. So I'll be able to remove those fans and then pull the radiator out. I sprayed this a little while ago with the degreaser. Just some degreaser from O'Reilly's. I scraped off a majority of the oily mud, and I sprayed the degreaser on there, and it looks like it's worked pretty good. I imagine with a quick pressure wash, this is going to look like it's ready for some paint. On this side, I just got to the radiator now. I pulled the intake, which was right there, and I pulled the headlights there and there. I pulled the grill, and then after I pulled the grill, I pulled 3 bolts out of here and then one out of each side, the front and the back of it, just to get this little bracket out of the way. So once this little bracket was able to move around, I was able to move this whole core support right here. So once I'm able to do that, if you can see here, I'm able to access the radiator straight up and down to pull it out and to drop the new one in. I have to pull the fan off though, and the fan is not going to be that hard. These little clips in here, they make it pretty easy too. Alright, I got the radiator out. After I unhooked everything, it pulled straight up. The fan came out with it, but that's not a problem. This is the wrong radiator. This one doesn't have the cap on the radiator like this one does. This one connects to a reservoir box. Also, this one has trans cooler lines or an oil cooler line. The old one doesn't. But for the most part, it looks like everything else would have fit. Crap! I gotta put it back in here and put it all back together, I guess. car just picked me up from work. I was working on stuff and then cleaning up when I was done. She just picked me up and we were heading to a tattoo shop. We were heading to my brother's shop so we can go work on some lettering stuff. And I don't want to think of it so much as lessons, but I want to just kind of go hang out and do some lettering work with him. But we were driving by one of these rides. We were driving by a truck that had some cars on it. And sometimes I really want to turn around and look at these rides. This is one of those times. Look at this one, you guys. Check out this freaking turbo Buick, man. The Grand National with some Indy 500s on it. That's a pretty nice car. This guy said this car just sold for 40 G's. Look at how clean this Buick is. For a car from the 80s, this thing is smooth.
It's only got 13,000 miles.
13,000 miles on it. I can see why it's so clean. Look at that underneath, you guys. Oh, it's got the Hydromatic TX400 in it too. Still got all the covers and everything. Wow. That is one of the coolest cars ever made, you guys. Man, I love that car so much. It's not even my car, but I love looking at them. They're super rare and they're GM vehicles, which is what I love the most about them. The guy that's transporting that car said it was sold for $40,000, and I think that's a pretty good price for a Grand National, especially one that's got only 13,000 miles on it. That car is super clean, kind of crazy.
Pretty nice.
Whenever I see those Grand Nationals, I always just see them going by, and we always are like, "Did you see that Grand National?" So when we were driving by, Mama Bear saw it and she was like, "Look at that car! I gotta turn around, I gotta turn around." So we turned around and checked it out. And the guys that were transporting, the transporters were actually really cool. They were talking to me about it a little bit. I don't know what they were doing. I think they were dropping off one of the trucks that they were transporting, but I got to check it out. Kind of cool.
Pretty awesome.
We just left from our bro Matt's tattoo shop and we talked about some lettering. We got it set up for next Wednesday. I kind of have an idea now of where he's going to be starting with the lettering, so I have an idea of what I want to show him, and we're going to get to that next week. But right now we're going to make one stop and then we're going to head home. Apparently my little baby is a little too much for everybody in the house right now, so I got to cruise back home and I don't know, go take him for a walk or something. It's a kid like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit too much energy right now.
Yeah. We're eating dinner right now. Mama Bear made some ribs. They were super good. We're hanging out in here with Draven and Michael. Jackie's on his game, so he's in the living room, but he's eating. He's on the second plate now. I think everybody's hungry tonight, Mama. And we love your cooking so much. Everybody's been going crazy for like the past hour smelling these ribs.
I really have been.
We cruised over to the truck stop real quick. We had to go meet Pam's aunt, and she had some trees that they were supposed to pick up, I guess. I don't know how it went, but we went over to go pick it up. And we met her, we picked up these trees, and I picked up some more boards for their Piccadilly signs, and we're cruising back home. Mama Bear's driving by the trees that Jackie normally sticks his hands out and touches. So I was trying to stick my hand out and high-five the trees like Jaxon, and we started talking and we thought, what if I high-five a Yenny? So I stopped high-fiving the trees. We were saying it'll probably be with a deer hoof or something. We're back at the house. Butter Dog saying everything's cool. Alright, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys again for checking it out.
Thanks for all the love and support, guys.
You guys have an awesome rest of your day.
See you guys later. Take care. Peace.
Later.